Okay, today I'm going to show you how to use the graphing calculator to calculate standard deviation. So we have this example. It says, for a recent study at Queen City High School, 11 students were asked how many hours of sleep they get per night. The results are shown in the dot plot below. The counselors want to get a better understanding of the spread of data so they can understand how time affects student productiveness. All right, so what we're going to do is on the graphing calculator, once you turn it on, you're just going to click Stat and then Edit. So enter, and then we just enter our values. Since this dot plot shows that we have a frequency of 3 4s, so 4 occurs 3 times, so we're going to enter that 3 times. 5 occurs once, so we have 1 5. 6 occurs 4 times, so we have 4 6s. Then 7 occurs 3 times, so we have 3 7s. Okay, so once your data is inputted into the calculator, then you're going to go, you have to tell the calculator to calculate whatever it is that you're trying to calculate. So in this case, we're trying to calculate statistics. And we have these 3 options. We have edit, calc, and test. Calc means to calculate, so we're going to scroll over to calc. And we only have one variable, so we're going to use one variable stats. And you're going to click enter again, and it's going to calculate everything. So the mean for this is 5.636363, and the standard deviation is capital SX, which is 1.20. So this means that in our bell curve, we're going to have the center of 5.63, and then going in the positive direction, we're going to add 1.20 to that. Going in the negative direction, we're going to subtract 1.20 to that. So then, again, so our mean (5.6363) and standard deviation is 1.20. So then we have this bell curve, this normal distribution curve, and we can see that our mean is 5.63, which is right in the middle. Then our standard deviation is 1.2. So our first standard deviation is 5.63 plus 1.2, which is 6.836. Our second standard deviation is 8.036. And then our third standard deviation in the positive direction is 9.236. Again, all we're doing is we start with our mean in the center, and then for each standard deviation to the right, we add 1.2 to the mean. So 5.63 plus 1.2 is 6.86. To get from the first standard deviation to the second standard deviation, again, we add another 1.2. So that takes us over here. To get from our second standard deviation to our third standard deviation, then we add again 1.2, and that brings us over here, right? Moving towards the left, it's just the opposite. So we subtract 1.2 from the mean. For our first standard deviation, we get 4.436. Subtract 1.2, we get 3.236. That takes us to the second standard deviation on the left. And for the third standard deviation on the left, again, we subtract 1.2. That takes us to 2.036. Okay, I hope this helps you understand how to calculate the standard deviation from the graphing calculator.